Hi, I'm Annette Meinzer. And one of the things that I think we all realize is that in this life, you always have choices. Although you don't always get to choose what happens to you, and we all know that too well. But we do get to choose how we respond to what happens to us, how we react, and what choices we make from what happens to us. And that is something that we want to focus on here. I've noticed that for most of us, when you lose your loved one, that you immediately become a victim. That life throws you into the situation that you didn't ask for and that you didn't want. That in that moment, your whole world changes. That nothing seems the same. I remember feeling like my life had shattered into a million pieces, and that all those pieces were then laying at my feet. And that the person you had with you all this time in your life is no longer there. There's an emptiness, this hole inside. When you're experiencing all this, and even sometimes as you begin to step out of the 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 grief of all of this, it is still easy to sink into and fall into that victim role. And sometimes it does feel like a good place to stay. Sometimes it feels like a safe place to stay. And when you're there, you can at least feel sorry for yourself and you can hide out. The problem is, though, that this place does not feel very good. It can leave you feeling like you're trapped in a hole, and you can have all these bad feelings and emotions that feel like they're just swirling all around you, like they're holding you down, like it's a lot of low energy. It can feel very sad, isolating, and even scary. And a lot of times it can also feel very, very lonely. And I think we all, being in this position, have those feelings of loneliness come up. And sometimes you're in there and you hope that people are going to come to your rescue. But in a lot of cases, and actually in most cases, they don't. And it can end up leaving you feeling even worse. But I want to be someone that comes to your rescue, that helps you to choose for you, and to see that there is so much more to life than staying stuck in this hole. To help you begin to see some hope, to see some light out there. Begin to climb out and onto your path that leads you into your new life. To help you to realize that when you're feeling stuck or in this hole, or this so-called victim mode, that you do not have the power. But if you can choose for yourself, you're giving yourself that power. And you can take the power to choose for you. You can make a choice for yourself that you're not going to remain in that place, that you're not going to stay a victim. You can choose for you. And just making this choice then, like I said, gives you some power back. It gives you the hope that things can be okay for you, the hope that things can get better. Then even if you don't know how, that you're going to find a way. That it may be slow, it may be just be one step at a time, and that's okay. It's a step. It's a powerful step. But the important thing is in all of this is for you to take some of your power back, for you to begin to choose for you. When you begin to choose for you, you can get some relief. You can begin to step out of the bad feelings and emotions. You can begin to see some light. You begin to feel that little bit of ability to take a breath. This one step can lead to many more steps. It can lead to the feeling that life can feel good again, that you can feel good again, that you can step out of loneliness, that you can begin to fill that void and that emptiness inside, that you can figure out who you are now, that you can decide what you want in your life and what you want your life to look like, that you can become more and more empowered in your life and make more and more choices that feel good to you and that help you to feel good again. It all starts with this one choice, the one choice where you choose for you, where you choose to live again, where you are then stepping onto your path. You are then taking steps forward along that path, and things will begin shifting and changing from there. When I was in a situation, I realized that I had to make the same choice for myself, that I could be a victim or that I could choose for me. And when I chose for me, I knew that I did not know how to do it or how I would take those steps or what steps I would even necessarily take or what my future would even look like. I had no idea. But I knew I did not want to stay in a place that felt bad, that I wanted to take steps forward, to find some hope, to figure out who I was now, to figure out what my life would look like, to figure out what my new path was. And of course, all this didn't happen at one time, but you have to take that first step. When I made this choice, it empowered me. It then enabled me to turn to my kids and give them the same choice. I saw them make the choice and see where it brought them into their life and the amazing things that they're now doing and accomplishing. When you choose for you, you're making the decision that you no longer want to stay in the place you're in, that you no longer want to feel bad and hurt this much, that you no longer want to feel stuck, that you want things to be different, that you want to feel good again, that you want to figure out how to take steps forward and what steps you want to take. But most importantly, the one I hear the most is that you no longer want to feel lost and lonely. So what it comes down to is that you can remain a victim in your circumstances that you're now faced with, or that you can choose for you. And I have guided many widows and widowers into making this same choice for themselves. So if you're one of the ones that feels like this is a choice that you already made for yourself, then I would love for you to sink into the feeling of empowerment that comes from this choice and the realization that you can do this. I am sharing this because I know that what your life looks like now and that it can look so different. And I want for you to see the hope and the possibility that are there. That if others can do it, that you can too. So I'm inviting you to take a step forward, by choosing for you, by choosing to step onto your path that leads to your new life, by choosing that you can do this, that you may know that your life's waiting for you. And you may not know any of the details or how to get there, but that's okay. And sometimes it can feel scary. And if it does feel scary or you feel like you need a guide to help show you the way, then just reach out. I'm here for you. I've been on this journey and I've guided countless others on this journey as well. And I've helped them navigate their path forward through the ups and downs to where they are eventually stepping into their amazing new life. So I would love to invite you to take this step and choose for you. I believe in you and I know you can do it. You get the choice. You get to choose for you.